Okay, so let's get going. Okay, I'm going to start with power engineering. Um, and at Northern Lights College, we offer three different programs under the power engineering bubble. So we have third class, fourth class, and the lab certification. And the way that power engineering works, if you don't know, is that you actually start on in the fifth class or fourth class level. That's the introductory level to power engineering. And then you can work your way up to third class, second class, all the way up to first class. And we offer the theory portion of this program. And then once it is completed, you are eligible to write the certification exam. And that is through an organization we abbreviate it as ABSA, ABSA, and that is the Alberta Boilers and Safety Association. That is the organization that actually gives you your certificate as a power engineer. So if you are looking at this route, the general process is you would complete the actual schooling, education portion, theory portion of it all, and then you go ahead and do the examination portion through ABSA. So I'm going to do a brief overview of each of these programs, but in general, as a power engineer, you will learn to operate boilers and associated equipment at large-scale industrial facilities. That means you will likely be working in places like large mills, water treatment plants, manufacturing plants, large gas plants, and steam-assisted heavy oil and recovery. Now that means there is a variety of sort of different settings that you might end up being in as a career if you make power engineering your career of choice. So there is some variety out there, and I know that people enjoy that. So if you don't like working outside in heavy oil, maybe you want to work in a mill. The programs prepare students to write the Alberta Boilers and Safety Association examinations, which I mentioned. And ABSA is the certifying body for all power engineers. And that's across all the classes. That's first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And like I said, fifth class and fourth class are the entry level. Now, at Northern Lakes College, we offer fourth class, and I would suggest that to anyone who's just wanting to get into power engineering. It's the most broad, it is the most employable level. So let me get back to my, let's move on. Okay, so I just mentioned this. These are the types of duties that a power engineer may come across. Power engineers supervise, operate, and maintain machinery and boilers that provide steam, power, heat, refrigeration, and other utility services to industrial and commercial facilities. It is also now known as a stationary engineer and a steam engineer. Okay, so like I said, we do offer the third class level, the fourth class level, and then we also offer a lab certification. So third class is the next level after fourth class. Okay, so you need to complete your fourth class power engineering certificate as well as the certification exam in order to move on to the third class. And then we have, these are the 4 courses within the third class program. So if you do apply for third class, these are the 4 courses that you have to complete, and each course has a final exam as well as a certification exam that corresponds with ABSA. Okay, so now we're on to fourth class. Like I said, this is the most broad, the most general, the most employable level. This is your entry to power engineering. This program has 2 courses, okay? And depending on how on the offering that you choose, we offer this full-time and part-time. In the part-time program, each of these courses is 6 months long, meaning the whole program is 1 year. If you choose to do it in the full-time offering, each of these courses, I believe, is 4 months long, and meaning the whole program is 8 months. Okay, and here is a little blurb about our lab certification. So this lab certification comes after you complete the 4th class theory education. So those 2 courses I just previously mentioned, this is what you would do after you complete those 2 courses. So in addition to having to write a certification exam with ABSA, in order to get a 4th class lab or a 4th class certification, you have to get either 6 months work experience, and it has to be signed off by a STEAM chief, or you can also do the hours, get the hours that you need in a lab setting, which is what we offer. Okay, and this program is 5 weeks, and it is intensive. It's Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 5, 8:30 to 4:30. And in that time frame, you're getting all the hours and hands-on experience using boilers and steam turbines and all the other machinery you need to know about in order to become a certified power engineer. So this program does cost money. Doing it in the workplace, generally you're paid employee to do it that way. It just takes a little longer. In the workplace, it can be up to 6 months. In a lab setting, it's 5 weeks. It's just really what works with your life. Okay, so these are just the courses that you would cover in the lab certification course. It's 4 courses, and like I said, it's a 5-week program. So each course listed here is 1 week, except for the 3rd. That is a 2-weeker. Okay, and now we just have a few, these are just a few of the pieces of equipment that we have in our lab. And I don't think I mentioned this, our lab is located in Peace River, Alberta. So this is the heat exchanger, steam turbine, deaerator, and the water tube and fire tube boilers, the big boys. And this is just a picture of a few people that have graduated. Okay, so we're just going to go in a little more detail about how our programs are offered. So the Power Engineering 3rd and 4th class programs, these are the online theory portions of Power Engineering. These are online and they're study anytime, anywhere. That's the category they're in. That means that you don't need to log in at any given time in the day. There are no assignment deadlines within your course. It really means you can log in at any time that it's convenient to you, especially if you are working. You can do it all through the night. You can do it in the early hours. It's all up to you. You really just need a computer with high-speed internet connection. Now, the lab certification, like I mentioned, this is a 5-week intense program, and it is face-to-face at our lab in Peace River. This is the only component that is face-to-face. However, it's not mandatory. Like I said, you can get these same hours in your workplace if you are employed in a sanctioned workplace acceptable by ABSA. Okay, and just a little bit about the admission requirements. So like I said, 3rd class is the next level up from 4th, meaning you need to have your 4th class power engineering certificate in order to be admitted to the 3rd class program. 4th class, you need Math 10C or equivalent and successful completion of or currently enrolled in English 20-2. That's more for if you are in high school and you're currently taking English 20-2. However, if you don't meet these admission requirements, you can take what's called an AccuPlacer test. And if you are able to meet the certain required levels, you could still get in. And then for the 4th class lab certification, like I said, this comes after you've completed the 4th class program. So both of those 2 courses listed in the previous slides, parts A and part B. Okay, program lengths. So 3rd class, if you are registered in a full-time program, it is 1 year. So 1 year to complete the 4 courses listed for this program. If you are part-time, you have up to 2 years. 4th class, if you are dual credit, that's it. If you're in high school, it takes 2 years, 2 school years. Full-time, it's 1 year. Part-time, it's 2 years. 4th class lab certification is 5 weeks. That all being said, like I said before, these programs are called anytime, anywhere, meaning you can log in whenever you want and you can move ahead. You can work faster or you can work at your own pace, whatever works for you. So even though it does say for part-time you have up to 2 years, it is likely, if you're gung-ho, that you can finish in, say, 18 months. It's completely up to you. Okay, I don't know if we have any high school students in this session with us now, but I'll cover this really quickly. If you are in high school, you are eligible to take this program as a dual credit student, and that means you can earn credits towards your high school diploma while also earning credits towards your power engineering certificate by taking this course. And if you complete this program, you may finish high school with your high school diploma as well as your college certificate from us in power engineering. It's a pretty cool program. What I would say is, if you have time to pop into the dual credit session with Brian Panasic, please do so. He is extremely knowledgeable in this subject. And if you are, if you would feel more comfortable, please reach out to your either teacher in your high school or your school counselor. Okay, and that's all I have for power engineering. I'm going to zip right into the Oilfield Operator program just so I make sure that I cover everything. And like I said, at the end, if you have a question, please feel free to leave it in the chat or turn on your microphone and say hello. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to load the next presentation. Okay, here we go. Oilfield operator. Okay. Oilfield operators are responsible for the initial separation process or the special treatment required to ensure that impurities such as water, gas, and sediments are removed from oil and gas in the field. Once they're separated, the oil or gas is transported by pipeline to refineries, gas plants, or markets. So if you enjoy working outside, if you don't mind working outside in the winter when it's very cold, and if you don't mind shift work, this may be the career for you. Okay. This program will provide you with a well-rounded operations training so you can work in the oil and gas industry. This is a hands-on program, so you will operate equipment and become familiar with the work site. So this is it is a hands-on program, or there is a hands-on component to this program. The majority of this program is online though. You do complete several courses online, and then there is a 1 week hands-on lab component, again, in Peace River, Alberta. And that is where you do learn how to run a separator, how to run a pigging apparatus. We also have a dehydration unit and a well bore. And all of those things are required for pulling up the oil and separating the unwanted sediment and other impurities that come up with oil and gas. Okay, so these are the courses that you'll cover. This is a very well-rounded oilfield operator program. So not only do you get the oil and gas production operation courses A, B, C, D listed here, which are all through actually NATE we partner with, you also get an introductory to basic math, environment and industry, safety courses, map interpretation, because it is important that you understand how LSDs work, and you want to be able to find these leases that are often in very rural areas. And then, like I said, there's the one week lab at the very end. Okay, program delivery, like I said, this program is 90% online. So all the courses are online except for that 1 week hands-on lab component, which is in Peace River. And again, like the power engineering, this is considered an anytime, anywhere program. This means that, again, you do not need to log in at any certain time of day. You don't need to submit any assignments by any specific deadline. It is at your own pace. It is whatever works in your life. The types of assignments and evaluations that you'll come across in this program in all of the courses are generally quizzes, assignments, and a final exam. That's generally how these are all built. And like I said before, all you really need is a computer and high-speed internet. Okay, little about the admission requirements. So English 10-2, credit in Math 20-3 or equivalent, or currently enrolled in Math, that doesn't make sense, Math 20-3. Or currently enrolled in. So if you are in high school and you're currently enrolled in Math 20-3, you are still acceptable for this program. And again, like in the power engineering, if you don't meet these admission requirements, you do have the opportunity to take the AccuPlacer testing. And if you do meet those requirements, then you are in. Okay, program length. If you are dual credit, like I said before, dual credit students are in high school. This program is 2 years or more in high school. Full-time, it's 1 year, part-time, up to 2 years. Okay, and dual credit again. Like I said, if you want more information about dual credit, if you are a high school student, please pop into the dual credit booth or ask your school counselor. And also you can always email us and we can try and reach out to the school. However, it is best if you reach out to your school counselor. And I'm not going to do an additional just overview of dual credit. Because I already covered it. But like I said, if you do want more information, please seek it out tonight at the dual credit session. Okay, and that's all we have for Oilfield Operator.